Okay. One, two, three, four, five. Is it done? Yeah. It's okay. Whatever. Well, chair's right there. He can sit there. I think my voice is too low. Too low. One, two, three, four. I don't know. All right. We will find out what the world is going through. I went too far. Well, we'll stay at 4 days because we never get to go through it. After killing unarmed Texas deputy told colleagues, "I just smoked the dude." I just smoked the dude. You know, in England, I think it's in England or the UK. I don't know which it is, but they call cigarettes. You know what they call cigarettes?
What?
They call ags with an F. Ag with an F. They call cigarettes. So they say we smoke when they say we smoke a cigarette.
So like we smoke a.
Yes, an ag with an F. All right. After killing an unarmed Texas deputy told colleagues, "I just smoked the dude." It took nearly 2 years and a federal lawsuit for Wendy Tippett to see the police video that captured fatal shooting of her 29-year-old son. See, okay, what the fuck's the point that you're trying to make? This dude was committing a crime, running away from the cops. What do you think is going to happen?
A lot of things.
Yeah, for sure. Henderson, Texas. Timothy Michael Randall was on the phone with his mother when the police car pulled up behind his Nissan Altima with his lights flashing. And well, I'm only saying he was running because I just saw the video of him running. Let's find out exactly what happened. Because there's headlines, they always get you all rattled up. It was after 12:30 a.m. Why are you out that late, bro? On September 14, 2022, and Randall was heading to his cousin's house after a night out. That's the witching hour. You shouldn't be out that late. He had called to let me know he was going to be home in a few minutes. A few minutes later, Randall's mother, Wendy Tippett, recalled, so I wouldn't worry. Randall, 29, pulled over and hung up with his mom. Sergeant Shane Iverson of the Russ County Sheriff Office walked up to the Altima and told Randall that he had just run a stop sign. Police dash camera footage shows Randall denied so, and Iverson ordered him out of the car. Okay, so far. What began as a routine traffic stop on a country road 2 hours east Dallas quickly spun out of control. Why? As Randall was stepping out of the car, he put his wallet in his back pocket and adjusted his waistband.
Okay.
Really? You're in front of a fucking cop and you're going to go for your wallet without letting him know and go for your waistband. What the fuck?
They're gonna think it's a weapon.
Obviously, don't reach for anything when the police pull you over.
Well, I mean, like, if they're gonna pull it out like super quick, then they're for sure gonna ruin.
Well, I mean, listen, as Randall was stepping out of the car, he put his wallet in his back pocket. What does it look like when you're coming out of the car with your hand behind your pocket? What does it look like to a cop?
A gun or a weapon.
And adjusted his waistband. So he went for his back pocket and he went for his waistband. That's the smartest shit you could ever do when you're being pulled over. Yeah, really smart. Iverson dug his hands into his front of the Randall pants and then told him to put his hands behind his back. The dashcam footage shows Randall kept his arms raised.
They just left.
Oh, let him leave. We don't want him here. Officer, I don't have anything on me, he says. Yeah, like nobody lies, right? Officer, please, can you tell me what I'm under arrest for? Randall asked moments later. At that moment, I bet you were not under arrest. You were just detained. Everson didn't respond. Instead, he wrestled Randall to the pavement. Officer, please, Randall pleaded again as he struggled to get to his feet. Then Iverson threw Randall to the ground. Again, he landed on his back several feet away, but the momentum brought him back to his feet. Randall began to run away from Iverson, who had already pulled out his gun and was pointing it at Randall. Why? Because you reached to your back pocket.
Which they definitely for sure, it's 100%.
Well, listen, the cop wants to go home.
Well, yeah, and he's getting a little too panicked.
And he's not the one that's going to get shot.
Yeah.
It's going to be you. So don't be an idiot. How many cops get killed that way?
A lot.
Get down! Iverson yelled as he fired one shot. He did got down, striking Randall in the chest.
Was the guy that put...
All right, we'll finish. I was going to get to it. Randall continued to run down the street but collapsed face down. Iverson radioed to help and then tried to render medical aid, but Randall died on the pavement. The bullet had torn through his ribs, lung, and heart, according to the autopsy. After another deputy arrived minutes later, Iverson, then 57, returned to his patrol car and phoned a colleague. I just smoked a dude, he said in a hushed voice. I just smoked a dude. He smoked him. In the following days a week, Randall's mother searched for answers in vain, calling the Texas Ranger and Rusk County District Attorney's office. She said she had no idea how her son wound up dead after a police traffic stop. No one's telling me anything, said Mr. Tippett, who was born and raised in Rusk County and now cleans house for a living. Why does that matter? Say what?
I really wonder why his son got killed.
Well, didn't we just read the article?
Yeah.
Don't reach for your back pocket when you're being pulled over. That's the stupidest thing you could ever do. All right. I'm going to watch this video of
you should probably put it on volume then if you want them to hear it.
Hold on. No, this isn't even the right one. Why are you showing me some other bullshit? Hold on. It's because the video was there, but I didn't. Okay, here it is.
Wendy Tippett was on the phone with her 29-year-old. Good evening. I heard the officer say, good evening, sir. Michael said, good evening, sir, back. And he told me to let me in, he hung up the phone. Wendy Tippett was on the phone with her 29-year-old son, Timothy Michael Randall, when a sheriff's deputy pulled him over.
You're supposed to be paying attention to chat or everything.
It's just...
Okay, he got pulled over because you blew a stop sign. See, don't sit there and argue with the cop. You're not going to win that fight right there.
They have a pretty...
Let them give you the ticket and then fight it in court. If there's no video footage of it, more than likely they're just going to throw the case out. I know it's a hassle to go to court. I know, I understand. But is it better than getting shot?
Yes.
Sergeant Shane Iverson spotted an open container.
There you go.
Spotted an
open container. Alcohol.
Is that him getting put down?
Yeah, but I don't understand why he was like, you were getting arrested. What's going on over there?
The device is too hot.
Hold on. Let's open that again. Yeah, see, he was being combative.
So he was not being cooperative?
No. He needed to cooperate with the cops at that point.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Hold on, this is going to be a hassle. A problem.
I just hit go live on this,
Yeah, just do it again.
and this thing is running slow.
I know, because my phone's hot.
Resume live.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we're good. And it said that again. Do we have to keep TikTok shut down?
I think we're gonna have to stop TikTok.
Just stop TikTok? Or we'll just leave YouTube? Okay. We got one. One more time.
Let's do this.
No, oops.
See what happens. If it does it again, we'll just
Resume live. It's just saying resume live. There, we should be good now.
That's a problem.
With a new phone?
Hmm?
You need to get a new phone.
Yeah, my phone. Yeah, so he was being combative. There was alcohol in the truck. But I gotta say, that reaching into his back pocket, his waistband, that's he wasn't even worried about that. I think he was just worried about arresting him.
That's
All right.
mainly why he got.
Huh?
So is that why he was like panicking? Is that he just?
Oh, he was panicking because he knew he was going to go to jail because he had an open container in the car. All right. Supreme Court weighs whether law enforcement can be held accountable for raids on wrong house. I think they should. There's no ifs and buts about it. Do your fucking job. Just like I expect people not to be dumbasses, I expect police officers not to be idiots either to go in the wrong house. So I hold everybody to the same standard.
That happened to a couple of people's places.
Yeah, and they also they when they do those when those streamers get raided by the police.
Yeah, those are usually on purpose.
Yeah, but that's stupid too because the police should do their own fucking job.
By the way, it said the phone was overheating.
Where?
For the TikTok.
Well, right now it doesn't say anything.
Well, that's because it just said it when you were looking away.
Okay, well it's working fine right now.
All right.
Leave it. All right. UPS announces 20,000 job cuts, 73 facilities closures as Amazon reduces volume. It's the tariffs' fault.
Man, shut your...
USDA withdraw plans to limit salmonella levels in raw poultry. Let me have chickens in my property, you fucks.
You sure
Former
about that?
Yeah, former school athletic director gets 4 months in jail in racist AI deepfake case. What is that? Could we get in trouble for sharing Pope Trump? A former high school athletic director accused of using artificial intelligence to create a racist anti-Semitic deepfake of a Maryland principal has been sentenced to 4 months in jail as part of a plea deal for disrupting school operations. Oh, so he didn't go to jail because of what he posted or what he made. He went to jail for disrupting school operations.
That's kind of dumb.
That is kind of dumb. School sucks either way.
Since they've been teaching a lot of dumber stuff now.
Yeah, does Hondarian. Oh, we didn't even figure out what the color was for that other guy.
Yeah, I was gonna.
What does that say? You got what?
You got a flash goal.
Whatever that means.
It's where if you start it gives you 15 minutes and to see if how many whatever the things you get.
Yeah, but he doesn't put me. The TikTok doesn't put me anywhere good. He just keeps. They keep shutting me down. They said I had zero integrity and authenticity for talking about the movie. You know what movie it was? It was I remember, but it was that North Korean movie with whatever his name is.
King.
No,
no.
Yeah, well, no, but it is. They're portraying somebody's playing Kim Jong-un, and they're trying to get him poisoned with like a sticker on their hand. That's the movie I was trying to remember. But anyway, according to the police prosecutors, Darian used AI software to generate a fake recording of former Pikesville High School principal Eric Icewort voice expressing frustration with black students and their test-taking abilities. The recording, which was disseminated through the school community and shared widely on social media last January, also purported to capture the principal disparaging Jewish people, authorities said. That's why he went to jail.
Jewish?
Because he was talking shit about Jewish in that deep fake AI where he obviously didn't say anything.
Wait, and also, damn, I forgot what I was going to say.
Not long before the recording surfaced, Icewort had informed Darian that his contract wouldn't be renewed the following semester because of concerns over poor job performance. According to court documents, the concern included allegations that Darian paid his roommate $1,900 in school funds under the pretense of coaching the girls' soccer team, police said. He was funneling money, that's why. It was work drama. Spain, Portugal switched back on seek answers after biggest ever blackout. No cyber attack and renewables not to blame. Maybe CERN, maybe the solar windstorm that we just had this past week. I don't know. You name him. Either or. 220 lawsuits in 100 days. Trump administration faces unprecedented legal bills. GM recalling nearly 600,000 U.S. vehicles over engine issues. Black female World War II unit 688 to receive congressional honor. See how women were in the military back in the days? And you guys are saying, women were on post. Measles cases in Texas rise to 663, state health department says. In the past 3 months, it's only gone fucking 600 people. Lies. FDA to undo some layouts after cuts to inspection and drug safety. I don't know what the point of the FDA is if they still allow them to feed us shit. A man airlift from Japan's Mountain Fuji returns to the slope days later and is rescued again. See what I mean? Oh my God, what a fucking idiot. A climber airlifted with altitude sickness from the near of the peak of Japan Mountain Fuji last week returned to the slope and was rescued for a second time just 4 days later, authorities said on Monday. Hey, climber, how about you sit the fuck down so you don't waste resources?
It said the phone was overheating again.
But it's not shutting down.
Yeah.
God damn it. What does that say? Invite co-host?
Yeah.
What is that? I don't even know what
That's
that
why
is.
I'm with the thing we got invited and we couldn't leave out of it.
I think we'll be able to hear him this time if we keep it
I
on.
wouldn't do it.
I don't really want to do that either. Okay, whatever. Some people are just dumb. They don't learn their lesson the first time. Rothko painting worth more than 42 million euros damaged by child visiting gallery.
Child visiting gallery?
Yes. Iraq arrests ISIS member accused of inciting Bourbon Street attack. FBI says attacker acted alone. Did he? Mm-hmm. Trial date set for father of suspected Appalachia high school shooter. Good. Put them all in jail. Some 55,000 Los Angeles County workers walk out in a 2-day strike, pausing operations. These stupid people and their unions. Who else hate unions? Everybody hates you. Everybody should hate unions. Nobody should be working with a union.
Hell no!
Yes, those unions could die. 2 dead in Pennsylvania. Severe weather events hit Midwest, Harlan, and East. I don't know where that is. Man arrested after death of former NHLer won't face charges. I'm just making sure that it's not hot or anything. See, to co-host. Supreme Court hears argument of Republican-funded Catholic charter school in Oklahoma. The OK City. Federal judge in Vermont orders release of Columbia students Mohsen Magdawi. See, this people leave their country. We said we weren't going to read The Guardian. Fuck The Guardian. But these people leave their countries because they hate their country. And they come here
to get a job and then...
Well, no, what I'm saying is they come here and they start protesting this country about their country. And that makes no fucking sense. Why didn't you protest about your country in your country? Why are you protesting about a country in another country?
Well, I'm kind of curious who's the smart genius that even made that.
Well, this people do. 11 high schoolers ordered to surrender after lacrosse team's hazing in upstate New York. Lacrosse. Who the fuck plays lacrosse? Nobody ever said, I want to be a lacrosse player. Nobody ever said that.
What is a cross?
Lacrosse? It's a bunch of guys playing with balls and sticks. It's a stick that they carry. The stick has like a basket, whatever the hell it is.
Oh, like
and then they,
net?
like a little net, and then they catch it. It's like kind of like soccer, but with a stick in their hand.
What?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool if you're gay.
Oh my.
11 upstate New York high school students have turned themselves into an alleged hazing stunt of younger players on their lacrosse team, in which officials say at least one student was taken to the remote woods and tied up. Onondaga County Assistant District Attorney Joseph T. Cooligan confirmed that all 11 students in question turned themselves into the sheriff's office Wednesday and have received appearance tickets.
Wait, is it hooligan or cooligan?
Hooligans. Middle school records himself harassing 5-year-old with ethics slur. See, the problem is you're not beating the shit out of your kids when they do that. A middle school student recorded himself. This falls in the same category where you last week were like, oh no, where that's no, it wasn't you. It was that dumbass bitch that commented in my comment saying you're gonna blame the child. The child didn't know. Does this fall in that same category for you dumbasses?
And also for that guy said, remember that one Richard Garcia, I think?
I don't know. I don't even remember those people.
The guy that said, he never ditched school in your pathetic life. That guy.
Yeah. Middle school student re-recorded himself using an ethnic slur as he harassed a 5-year-old Asian boy in Loudoun County, Virginia. The video recorded April 5th began with a slur directed to a frightened 5-year-old. The 5-year-old went to the door of his house pleading, "No, don't hurt me, don't hurt me." He then ran along the porch crying out to the other children to help him. "Don't do it, save me, save me." No one stepped in and laughter is heard in the background. The harassment continued. "Are you having dumpling for dinner?" in the middle school. The middle schooler asked. I would have said, like, "As a matter of fact, I am, you fucking racist piece of shit." After 2 minutes, the 5-year-old boy's mother opened the door and her son ran inside. Okay.
Damn, son.
Okay. Let me read this line again so I can get pissed off again. After 2 minutes, the 5-year-old boy's mother opened the door and her son ran inside. First of all, why is the child outside in the street alone? Can we prosecute the mother for that too?
Yes.
We should. And then we prosecute that little shit for being a racist piece of crap. Let's guess the color of the boy.
Black.
I say he's making fun of an Asian, so I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to agree with you because if he's making fun of an Asian boy, I'm gonna have to agree. But let's see. Let's keep reading. Okay. First of all, the mother's a fucking idiot. Why is he leaving the child outside? Why? The video was posted to a chat group set up by some students from a nearby Eagle Ridge Middle School. A parent saw it and took it to the boy's home in tears to show his parents, whose identity News 4 is concealing to protect their son. But everybody knows already who it is. They're not going to say who the child is. They're not even going to say the name because it's the minor. They should just say exactly who it is so that everybody can, do your thing. The little boy's mother said she cried every time she sees what happens to her preschooler. You should be crying that you left your child outside, you twat. Little boy's mother, I don't give a fuck if you cry or not. You're a dumbass. That's your fault your child went through that.
So was he...
Hold on, we're reading.
Okay.
Every time I saw that, my heart broke every time. She said, as a mother, to see my son insulted by the older kids, my son's only 5 years old, I just don't know why these kids are so cruel to say that to my son.
Well, I mean, like...
Hey, I'm telling you, you're a dumbass. But children are very cruel to each other. You should already know that. You were a child at once. Because you had parents like yourself that don't take care of your children. That's why children are cruel. The boy's father said his son was confused by the ethics slurred. So see, he didn't even know. So why is he worried? That he didn't even know he was being slurred against. The boy's father said his son was confused by the ethics slurred, having never heard it before. So how is it offensive? How is it offensive to him if he's never even heard it before? And asked whether the middle schooler called him King Kong.
King Kong? So he's for sure black then.
No, wait. Hold your thought. Hold it. We'll see if we're right. Should I keep lying and say yes? They're calling you King Kong because you're strong. He said his voice started His voice starting to break. Or should I explain it to him? What does that word and why are they saying that to you? It's hard. This falls in the category of hard times create hard men, and hard men create soft times, and soft time create bitches. Listen, if somebody's talking shit to you, I expect you to talk shit back. I don't expect you to keep your mouth shut. If they're getting offensive with you, you get offensive back. If nobody's telling you nothing, I expect you not to say anything. You better not be the dick because then I'm gonna punk you. I'm not. All right. Nobody came up and said. Not only are the parents troubled by the behavior of the boy who made the video, but also the other children who stood by watching and laughing. Nobody came to step out and say, "Stop," his mother said. Nobody thinks it's not right. They just laughed. Yeah, nobody stood up. Where were you? Where the fuck was she in all this? Why is your child outside again? The couple said they came to the United States from China. They're not even Japanese. Why do you call him King Kong? It's offensive. That is offensive. Working hard and saving to buy a home, they researched heavily and chose Loudoun County in their neighborhood and part of the well-respected school. Okay, go to Google and find out where loud OUN. Put it together. Loud own. Yeah, let's spell loud. OUN. County. Where is it? I want to know the state that she's at. If I swear, if it's like a state that is known to be racist, I'll be like, yeah, well, you didn't do your research very well, lady. What county? Show me up there. Oh, Virginia. Oh, my God. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, you did do your research. Oh, my. You chose Virginia. Like, really? That is known to be white county. So I don't even know why the fuck you would go there. Why don't you pick Orange County like every normal other Asian that does come to America, or Temecula for that matter? Why didn't you pick any of those counties? Those have good schools too. But no, you wanted to go to Virginia, where we know what goes on in those states.
It's kind of wild, though.
All right, take that off. You didn't do your research very well. And now the father says their vision.
Listen to me though, like they're smart though, right?
Well, they're supposed to be.
Most Asians are smart.
I don't think she's really that smart, because why would you leave your 5-year-old child outside alone? I don't even leave you a 13-year-old outside alone.
Yeah,
let alone a 5-year-old.
You and
Anyways, now the father says their vision of a life there is tarnished. I could have told you that before you got here. Oh, don't go to Virginia. You could have gone to Orange County in L.A. You could have gone to Temecula or San Diego for that matter. That's where all the Asians go around here. Anyways, we thought that this would be a great place. However, though, it ended up like this, he said. So what hurts me most is where else should I be? That hurts the most, not just your words. Maybe China? I don't know. I'm just saying. Because the recorded harassment didn't occur at a school. It's unlikely Eagle Ridge would have a role in disciplining the students who made the video, but spokesman Dan Adams told News 4 the school division does not condone the behavior and is quite disappointed, even though the child, he said, referring to the 5-year-old, is not an LCPS student who have offered their counsel, this student counseling and potentially restorative practices.
Wait, so but I'm kind of curious though.
Uh-huh.
Why was he punking around a 5-year-old?
Well, that's another thing. That's why I called him a piece of shit too. That's why he's a piece of shit, because he's picking on a 5-year-old.
Doesn't that make him weak then?
Well, yeah, he's just picking on somebody that he knows he can pick. He's not picking on somebody that he can't pick on. They usually never do. All right. Loudoun County Sheriff Office confirmed they received a report of the incident, but because the juveniles are involved, they cannot comment on the investigation. I told you. The boy's parent hopes sharing the story will raise awareness and provide a warning. Let other family know. Never say the bad words to their kids. Never say racist words to the kids. And the boy's mother said it's not right. I think children means the future. His father said if children are sinking down, then the future of this county is sinking down.
I mean, aren't they the reason why it's sinking down?
Well, it is because of their dam in China. It's slowing down the rotation of Earth because they have the biggest dam in the world. So it's slowing down the rotation of the Earth. Yeah, actually it is. But this is a report from NASA. And we know NASA never lies. Ever.
Quote unquote.
Like ever.
That's
All right.
definitely quote unquote right there.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, 5-year-old ethics slur, like, LOL, he doesn't know what that is. So why he should be. He was probably just scared that the other fucking piece of shit was following him. That's what it was. Because he doesn't even know what it means.
So then.
And then again, where were the fucking parents? Why is your child outside alone? That should be reported to the CPS, if you don't mind me saying. I'm just saying, you're at fault too. Don't just let's not just
son, where'd you find this?
let's not just put it on the other piece of shit. All right. A U.S. citizen family traumatized. I'm not even gonna keep going on that one.
But was he black?
I'm pretty sure that was Hispanic. Invasive Chinese crab. Oh my God, here we go, Chinese again. An invasive Chinese crab that can scale walls spotted for first time in the U.S. Pacific Northwest. See, this is what happens when you all those people start bringing their stuff to the new world, the better world, the greatest nation in the world, as a matter of fact. Goddamn America. Visa wants to give artificial intelligence agents your credit card.
Hell nah.
I mean, what's the scare? They have your credit card already.
And they'll spend it just to build more of them.
Listen, if they want to spend your money, they'll find a reason to take your money. They don't need any of this shit. They'll find anything.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, I'm 100% sure. I know how the game is played, and that's how the game is played. If you mess with them, they're going to mess with you even harder. Remember, do not give the police a stick to beat you with, because they will fuck you up with it. Don't give them a reason. $800,000 in dimes spill into the North Texas highway. That's exactly how it sounded. U.S. and Ukraine signed mineral deal that solidifies investments in Kiev's defense against Russia administration. Yeah, you see how that war's not ever gonna end? Because now there's there's always been an invested interest, but now there's even more. I think I look too white, right? No, down there.
Oh, down here? No.
I
think it's just the light that makes you look white.
Let's try green. Let's try this.
I think green's blue. Well, it's probably
not
the same.
working. Oh, you're pointing it the wrong way. If you point it the right way, is that better?
I think that just made you even more white.
I can't see. I was staring at the light.
Yeah, I made you, nope.
I don't think we're gonna find it anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I
Should I
just
go
keep,
white? That better?
yeah.
That
You
looks
look
better.
purple, though. Kinda.
Whatever. It's not gonna change. Accused serial cat killer in Santa Ana out of jail. Well, cats are very invasive.
And very defensive.
They kill all the birds, as a matter of fact. Orange County man who was accused of killing and mutilating multiple cats in Santa Ana is now out of jail, authorities confirmed Monday. Alejandro Oliveros Acosta, 45, was booked into Santa Ana jail last week on felony charges related to animal cruelty, but later posted bail in Santa Ana Police Department said.
Okay.
Being described as the serial cat killer, Acosta is accused of luring cats with food, then stepping on them once the animals got closer.
Hell no!
A piece of garbage. San Diego was arrested last week at his house not far from where many cats were allegedly killed and abused. SOS migrants held in Texas fear notorious El Salvador prison. If you're not a criminal, why are you scared of going straight to a jail? You're not going to go straight to a jail. These people, fear mongering. That's what that's called.
Damn, son.
Critically ill, 911. First responders are being turned away from the program meant to save them.
Man, shut your...
Not my pig, not my farm, so they say. Quebec to impose full ban of cell phones in school. That's not going to change anything. Because then people are just going to hide them.
Yeah, a lot of people in my school do that.
Yeah. It's not going to do anything. You just need to. Anyways. White House National Security Advisor Waltz to leave post, sources say. Education Department stops $1 billion in funding for school mental health. I hate that word. The Trump administration says it will stop paying out $1 billion in federal grants that school districts across the country have been using to hire mental health professionals, including counselors and social workers. Good, because there's more stupid people at school, so that's why it's good. The U.S. Department of Education is telling impacted districts that the Biden administration is warning the grants violated the letter purpose of federal civil rights law. The grants were part of the 2022 Bipartisan Safer Community Act, a bill passed in the aftermath of the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. How about you fix the police department there and you get more police officers that have balls to do their fucking job? In which a teen gunman killed 19 elementary school students and 2 adults and injured 17 people. The bill, among other things, poured federal dollars into schools to address rising concerns about the students' mental health crisis.
Man, shut your...
Those dollars helped Superintendent Derek Fialkiad in Colbert Orr to buy his new car and to get a new house that he got now. More than triple of that number of school mental health professionals in his largely rural district of 1,100 students east of Portland. Before the grants, Fialkiewicz says that his district had just 2 counselors, and we realized that that's just not sustainable for our students, and especially coming out of COVID. How did COVID affect you?
Nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Didn't really do anything at all.
Yeah. Well, that says a lot about these people.
Why? They all said that it did something to them?
Well, that's what we're reading. Health problems. Is that a 1 or a 7?
1.
Anyways.
Although for some reason earlier there was a lot of people rapidly coming in. So I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Runaway kangaroo temporarily shuts down highway in Alabama. A kangaroo in Alabama? Well, it's close to Texas. They get anything in Texas. He probably got it from Texas. A runaway kangaroo temporarily shut down a portion of an interstate highway in Alabama on Tuesday as state troopers and the animal owners attempted to remove it from harm's way. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency said the part of the southbound and northbound lanes of Interstate 85 in Tuskegee, around 40 miles east of Montgomery, central Alabama, I don't want no Range Rovers. Central Alabama were closed after the kangaroo interrupted traffic and caused 2 vehicles to crash. Well, that's some special kind of stupid driver. FTC orders Publishers Clearinghouse to pay $18.5 billion. What?
You think those car drivers need special ones?
Special aid, yeah. Trump shuts down programs and end human waste backing into Alabama homes, calling it illegal. DEI.
Pretty sure that was
Shut down program to end human waste backing into Alabama homes. What the fuck does that mean? For the past 14 years, when it rains in Loudon County, Alabama, contained standing water built up around Annie Burke's home. When the septic tank breaks down, raw sewage backs up into her toilet, she said. Although frustrated by the unhealthy and inconvenient conditions, Burke said she doesn't let her get her down. Human wastewater contaminating homes and yards in this rural central parts of Alabama have become a way of life, she said. The problem has existed so long and was so pervasive that in 2017, studies determined 1 in 3 adults in the county have an intestinal parasite hookworm. Damn. The Biden administration investigated and allocated $26 million to rebuild Loudon County water infrastructure, with the Department of Justice declaring the majority black area was suffering from environmental racism.
Racism?
Yeah, black neighborhoods. Yeah. They weren't letting them get money. I don't know how. Didn't BLM help? Oh, wait, they bought houses for themselves. Ha!
Greedy.
More than 100 children fall sick after dead snake reportedly found in school lunch in India.
Dead snake?
Isn't that what they eat?
Well, they eat snakes.
I don't know what they eat in India. I seen the videos of that guy selling, I don't know, looks like what I left in the toilet earlier that they're eating, but
what?
Looks like shit. Kohl's CEO ousted amid allegation of undisclosed conflict of interest.
Are you pretty sure about that?
Justice Department sues Hawaii, Michigan over plans to sue fossil fuel companies for climate harm.
Well, this is going back to India, but I still don't understand what's up with the red dots on their head.
It's something to do with the religion.
Yeah, I know, but the religion doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's an old religion. It makes more sense than any other religion.
I find that one more confusing than the rest.
Because it's older. That's why. Because nobody's explained it to you or I. That's why. Manhunt and why there got to be a man? Can't we say woman hunt? Woman hunt. Oh, no, it's a manhunt. Manhunt in South Carolina as police search for armed suspect who hit 2 kids and 1 adult with a vehicle.
What?
Get his ass. U.S. Marine in Okinawa and indicted over grape injury. Ugh, what a piece of shit.
Stop!
Put him in jail. Alleged leader of child exploitation cult known as the 764 arrested, charged. Trippy and War were accused of operating 764 Inferno, an invitation-only group for top members. I want to know this. Trippy and War are accused of operating 764 Inferno and inviting only groups for top members. The Fifth State obtained 764 propaganda that was shared on Telegram. Among the renderings were images with both of the monikers Trippy and War. I don't know what that is, but we'll find out. Warning, this story contains reference to suicide, abuse, violence, graphic material, and language that may be upsetting to some readers. Yeah, bitches.
But
2 men have been arrested and charged with running an international child exploitation enterprise known as 764, which targets vulnerable minors online and coerce them to self-harm, make child abuse material of themselves, and participating in violent acts, including animal abuse and even suicide. Prasam Nepal 20, who police says used the moniker Trippy in the 764 network, was arrested in North Carolina. Leonidas Veragiannis, 21-year-old U.S. citizen known as War, was arrested in Greece, according to the police. They allegedly led core subgroups called 764 Inferno that operated using encrypted messaging platforms. Police says the man exploited at least 8 minors, some as young as 13. Look at that. It could have been you. The information of the criminal complaints is sickening, said an online investigator named Becca, who tracked 764 and shares What she learned with law enforcement for her safety, we're only using her first name. The fifth state were first investigated 764, its related groups last year, and has since discovered victims are on the roll, including one Red Deer Alta named Trinity. Trinity, whose identity CBC has agreed to protect her safety, first responded to her allegations of exploitation by 764 members to RCMP in July 2021, but did not hear from them again until last year after the FBI asked to meet with her. During the meeting, both law enforcement teams in May 2024, she provided officers with the list of names of 764 perpetrators who she says exploited her through Discord and Telegram. One of the names on that list is Trippy. Neither she nor her mother wanted to comment on the arrest, saying they are trying to move past the ordeal. I don't know how some kids fall, but I mean, would you fall for some of that? Bay Area parents call for baseball season to end after anti-Asian taunt.
Asian taunt?
Ugh, here we go. Everybody's just looking for a reason to cry about something.
I'm pretty sure that was
Parents in the East Bay are calling for swift action from the local... Goddamn ads. From their local school district, including canceling the rest of the baseball season after a high school player was subject to racist taunts during a varsity game. Can't you just whoop their ass on the field and just do it that way and just shut their fucking mouth that way? Can't you do it that way? I remember that's how we used to do it. Somebody was racist to me, that's what we would do. And I don't remember ever somebody being racist to me. I remember people being dicks, but not racist. I don't remember a single point in my life where I would be like, that's racist. And I've been told some shit too. So, I mean, I don't know. Anyways. The taunt, yeah, not a bitch. The taunts apparently from Pinole Valley high school players beginning as Albany high school teams cycled through his pictures, and said parent Eugene Lee, first director at a student of South Asian descent, followed by Lee Son, who is East Asian. Well, come on. When the Indian pitcher came in, that's another Asian. Why didn't they make fun of him? Indians are Asians, by the way, just so you know. Where's India? In Asia. Yes. When the Indian pitcher came in, there were audible chants and baljeets. Lee told the SF Gate in a phone call, when my son came in, there was a voice who said, P.F. Chang.
P.F. Chang.
Is that you? Damn, my Asian friends would have gotten in trouble for coming up with what they came up.
Oh, wait, what?
The one that I told you last time. Bing, bong, bing, bum, 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 bum. I'm not gonna say because we're reading an article. It's people are offended. P.F. Chang, is that you? My son said he heard them. He can't see through those eyes. Why didn't you just fucking hit a home run instead of sitting there crying about it? Oh my God. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's people creating bitches. And listen, I would have told you, hey, they're making fun of you. You better fucking beat their ass over there right now. Otherwise, I'm going to make fun of you too. I'm just being really direct with it. But if somebody's making fun of you just because of your race, I expect you to beat their ass or whatever you're doing. Don't sit there and go, I'm offended. No.
I don't even say I'm offended.
Lee, who volunteered as a team scorekeeper in the record and records each game, said he reviewed the full footage of the game and documented the trouble pattern. There were audible barkings, sound made 4 times during the pitching. Lee said, yeah, barking like dogs. There were no barking sounds made the rest of the game for anybody else. They were saying that they eat dogs. But is that a lie?
No.
Is that a lie? No.
And also, apparently, they eat hamsters too.
No, that's in Peru.
That's in Peru?
They eat hamsters in Peru. It's a delicacy. It's
Delicacy?
No, it's something that they
delicacy. There you go.
That's the word I'm looking for. The evidence didn't stop at the game itself. In a formal complaint submitted to the West Contra Coastal Unified School District and obtained by the SF Gate, Lee shared the Pinole Valley player later posted a photo of an Asian Albany player on Instagram and added hashtag including "We don't discriminate" and hurt thy neighbor. Both of which Lee believes mocked the behavior during the game rather than reckoning with it. A screenshot of the Sens edited post was obtained by SF Gate. See, this is just crying and being a bitch, to be honest. The school district did not respond to a request for comment by publication time. Officials responded to Lee on Tuesday stating that they are working to address this concerning actions with the athletic directors, coaching staff, and PBS baseball team. An email obtained and SF read. See, this is what I expect you to do if somebody makes fun of you because of your race. I expect that first you beat their ass at whatever you're playing. And then you make fun of them, making fun of yourself, saying, yeah, this fucking wetback beat your ass. That's what you tell them. You don't sit there and say, hey, come here, wetback. No, you beat their ass first, and then you go tell them, yeah, this wetback beat your ass. That's what I expect you to say.
Do you want me to do that, though?
If somebody is being a dick to you, yes.
All right.
But you don't be a dick to somebody because then you're going to have to deal with me being a jerk to you.
But what if I was just for fun?
Well, if it's your friends, you can do that. But if
yeah, because I normally do it to my friends.
Okay, well, that's fine. If it's your friends, it's fine. Just don't be messing around with anybody else. Unless they mess with you. Well, the Pinole Valley coach reportedly addressed the team. Lee characterized the apology as vague and impersonal. It was sort of this generic, I know it feels like to be targeted. Oh, do you? He said, I don't think they really understand. Lee has since submitted a formal complaint to the district's Office of Education Equity under California Uniform Complaint Procedures alleging racial harassment and inadequate response from the district. In this letter, Lee urged district officials to send a stronger message, starting with ending the season of, because your butt's hurting, you want everybody to suffer? What a bitch. You know what? I concur. Oh, I'm telling you, it's annoying to see how people cry over stupid shit. I remember that's how we used to build tough skin. That's why a lot of the shit that people say don't get to me.
Two objects are the same shape.
Well, get it. Hey, there you go. All right.
Because when that first showed up, I thought it was asking to match the colors. But I didn't read it first.
Yeah, that's the problem. Maybe you should read it.
That's why I read stuff first now.
Good. So you should be doing. Kanawa indicted. Ugh. Luigi Mangione, attorney seeks dismissal of state murder case. They're trying to make an example out of that guy. They're afraid if they let that guy walk, they're afraid that somebody else is going to turn around and go after another CEO from those stupid fucking insurance companies.
Well, where does Luigi come from?
It's Italian. It's an Italian name.
Yeah, I know it's an Italian name, but like, where did he come from? Did his brother let him go?
What?
You don't get it?
No.
The Tendo, man.
Jill Sabul, the singer-songwriter known for the I Kissed the Girl. No, that's another one. That's a wrong song. I Kissed the Girl has died in a fire. Damn! Sucks to suck.
You
Texas
sure
City
about that?
bans violent bullfighting in a bid to keep tradition, but without the bloodshed. Pussies over there too. Trump signs executive order directing federal funding cuts to PBS and NPR. Ooh, that's not good. Wait. Isn't that PBS funded by you? Well, the fuck do you need federal funds then if it's funded by everybody else? Oh, because nobody's watching it no more. Ha! Well, that sucks. The first driverless semi have started running regular long-haul routes. And that's why they're taking away all the people that don't fluently speak English or write it. That's why they're taking the jobs away from those people. Because they're giving them to this autonomous semi vehicles.
So they're giving the vehicles jobs?
Well, cars drive themselves now. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I know that.
There's taxis, there's Ubers, whatever the hell they're called. They're pretty much the car goes and picks you up by itself.
Yeah.
But now they're doing it with trucks. 18
Trucks
years.
is something that's gonna end up being bad because some of those taxis end up failing and crashing in the thing.
The same thing's gonna happen with those trucks.
And if it's with the truck, that's gonna cause bigger problems.
Well, if it happens to you, I hope you get paid. That's all I'm saying. Marshall man whose student visa was revoked remains detained. Army plans to potentially parade on Trump's birthday. Call for 6,000 soldiers. Hit that. There you go. What's wrong with it? It's the president. So what's wrong with doing that? U.S. small parcels loophole closes, pushing up prices for Shein and Temu. Scam. Justice Department lifts the segregation order in Plamique Parish. No, not Paris, Parish. Irish data protection watchdog slaps TikTok with $530 million fine over data transfer to China. Good. Take TikTok away. I'm tired of dealing with stupid TikTok.
It was supposed to get taken away last month, though.
It was. RFK Jr. plans plays boot trial testing for all new vaccines. Chile issues tsunami warning after earthquake.
They had an earthquake?
Yeah, it was 7.4. It was pretty big.
Well, we had an earthquake over here, too. It's just I didn't feel a boom. Mama did.
Activist, yeah. Squeeze me. Activist aid ship hit by drones on way to Gaza, NGO says. They're lying. I wasn't there to see it. Cat survives 380-foot fall that kills couple hiking in Utah, Bryce Canyon National Park Animal Sanctuary says. Should have done the same thing cat did. Land on your feet. What's wrong with that? CDC, huh?
Then risk breaking bones in your legs.
Yeah, you think you're all cool hiking out there in those ledges of those mountains. Why don't you just, get some bionic legs? Maybe that won't happen again. I swear, what do you think is going to happen when you walk next to those ledges?
Fall.
Don't come trying to make me feel bad because of what your dumbass decided to do.
I'm not.
No, I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
CDC reports 216 child death this flu season, the most in 15 years.
Wait, how many?
216 out of
200.
the 350 million people that are in the U.S.
Yeah, and half of it's filled with kids.
Maybe. Conservative MP will resign. Alberta riding the Poilievre can run again, or whatever that is. Man sentenced 53 years in prison in a hate crime murder of 6-year-old Palestinian American boy. Why didn't he go after the Jew? Whoops. Sean Diddy Combs rejects plea deal ahead of trafficking trial. You ain't coming out, buddy. They're going to make an example out of you, too. Trump cuts 12,000 CIA positions, 1,200 CIA positions within large plan to shrink spy workforce, reports.
I'm pretty sure there already been a bunch.
Yeah, those people are going to lose their jobs. Who cares? National Science Foundation halts funding indefinitely. Australians vote to elect with high prices and housing shortage major issue. I don't know why we care about that. Student department labels Haitians going as terrorist organization. Too late. Should have done it a long time ago.
By the way, we're in an hour and 4 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. Federal judge strikes down Trump's order targeting the law firm Perkin Cole. Former Illinois government says Ryan dies at 91. He halted executions and went to prison for corruption. Weekly measles cases hit new records amid worst outbreak since the 1990s. Yeah, with 628 people. Leak. EU government doubles down on penalizing privacy-friendly and encrypting messaging service with chat control bulk scanning orders. That means the government can hack into your phone and look at your messages. They can already do that. I don't know why the fuck are you people worried. You guys are giving everything to ChatGPT.
I think they're kind of slow in the head.
Yeah. Several people killed in highway crash near Yellowstone, police says. Worker safety against NIOSH. Lays off most remaining staff. Worker safety agency. Oh, those are the masks. See, because COVID's over, that's why. Kentucky 167 million Powerball jackpot winner arrested days after claiming the prize. Ha! Sucks to suck, nerd. Berkshire.
I guess he was making it pretty obvious.
Well, no, he probably had some warrants, and then they finally found him because they saw him on TV, and then he got arrested. Guatemalan woman detained by Border Patrol after giving birth at R2Cents hospital. Your children are not going to be American, I'll tell you that, if they're putting all those new laws. NEA grants canceled for several Bay Area nonprofits. OPEC agrees another accelerated oil output hike for June. And we're done with that. I want to do unpopular opinions. Let's see what unpopular.
We should probably do some funny ones.
Well, unpopular. Let's see what's unpopular. An unpopular opinion. The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance is a terrible unless whatever that is. The Last of Us uses a stupid trope of letting kids do whatever they want in a potential dangerous situation, and I can't watch it.
Oh,
Yeah, I hate when they let characters do whatever they want. Having a real predator makes it scarier than Australia. What does that mean?
I think it's probably because
as an Australian, I always people here go on and on about how dangerous Australia is.
Oi,
but if you're
bruv.
not stupid, you're fine. Okay. Snakes.
Oi, bruv.
Pretty fucking avoidable if you go into a bush, wear thick clothes and boots and stomp around, and we have the best snake health care in the world.
No, you guys don't.
Spider. No one's died from spider bites since the 70s. Doesn't America get a few spider bites related death a year? Hey, man, how about you shut the fuck up about America? In a very specific, crocodiles, in a very specific area that just don't go into. Also, America has alligators. Again, shut the fuck up about America. Keep that name out your mouth. And then we literally do not have any other dangerous animals that could cause you harms.
Fishing BR is watching.
And tell them what's up. Dingoes don't go into the desert. And why are you in the desert alone as a tourist? That's just dumb. Also, they are not that big at all. FYI, if anyone brings up kangaroos, I'm telling you, almost all kangaroo attacks you see online are their own fault. Kangaroos are very skittish animals, so if you manage to piss off a kangaroo, I'm 100% blaming you. What does America have? Shut your mouth about America. That's what it has. Bears. Bears could maul you. What a snake gonna do? Have a painful bite and vomit? No, yeah, how about your blood turns into jelly and then you die? How about that? Bears could eat off all your limbs and leave you bleeding to death. Yeah, they'll eat you asshole first. Wolves, fucking dangerous motherfuckers.
And
Muffers.
And huge.
Who, again, can maul you to death? Coyotes, also the same. America has a real, actual, massive teeth animal that could kill you. Yeah, Americans. Also, mountain lions, again, an actual real predator. In Australia, literally, don't be stupid. If you're not dumb and stay away from places where animals live, you will be 100% fine. Worst situation, you're getting into an anti-venom, a bear could leave you in all four limbs gone. Yeah, it eats you asshole first. Well, I guess I'm with you on that, but next time just keep America out of your stupid mouth. All right, let's see. Being mad at an American saying they're from America instead of the United States is ridiculous.
Same thing.
No, kind of is. Mexico is the United States of Mexico. That's true.
Yep.
Many other countries do that. It's weird as fuck for someone to pretend not to know what you mean by I'm from America. And they try to correct you by saying you're from the United States. Like there are multiple United States. Plus, 9 out of 10, if someone says they're from the United States, they will not know where you're talking about. They 100% what you mean by saying America. I'm American too, so shut up. I'm Central American, but I'm American. I'm a saving guru. Here are the dumb things people spend too much money on.
Rolex.
Well, watches, yeah, definitely. That's too long. We ain't reading that shit. It's too long. All right. Unpopular opinion. I think rainy days are better than sunny days. Oh, man, this guy needs to shut the fuck up.
No.
Who the fuck wants to live on a rainy day? Unless you live in Oregon.
Well, I wouldn't say all day, but I would like if it's on some days.
No, I never.
I do.
I hate cloudy days. I know most people chase the sun, but there's the whole world chases the sun. No, most. But there is something magical about rainy days. Shut up, you freaking.
There's nothing magical about it.
The soft rhythm of raindrops, the cozy gray skies, and the guilt-free excuse to slow down.
Nope, all I hear is just thunder.
Listen, any day I choose to slow down, I slow down. Anyone also prefers the calm clouds over the glare of the sunshine, or am I alone in this? You're alone, bitch. Go live in Oregon. You'll love that weather. Hammer pants and parachute pants are different pants.
Or you could go ahead and see in Africa, see all the sun.
The prequels are the best Star Wars. Star Wars sucks in a nutshell. There's so much things as a food waste wastage. I don't know what that means. Small talk is fun. I like circus peanuts. Heating indoor places in winter is totally unnecessary. Enchiladas are better with flour tortillas. No, corn tortilla. You shut up. You don't. This guy. See, this guy's a dumbass.
Take a lot.
I was making enchiladas and one time I forgot corn tortillas. I had some flour tortillas and they tasted so much better. When I brought the leftovers to work one day, my coworker acted like I committed a crime because you did. You should be in jail for that. It's absurd the Netherlands don't use the orange, white, and blue variant on their flag. Well, who cares about the Netherlands? Nobody even knows where that is.
Isn't that like in Russia?
I don't know.
Somewhere
in Europe. Seasoned candy is awful.
Seasoned candy?
Yeah, like candy corn. Candy corn's delicious, though, by the way. Shut up. Don't help people. It's the waste of your energy. Well, yes and no. Most people constantly complain and actually never want to change their habits.
Word.
It's draining to always be involved in someone's life hoping they get better. It's a never-ending cycle. Tell me about it. They ask for advice and never actually listen or change, and that's a mental draining and will hold you back. I stopped giving a fuck about hopeless people, and it's absolutely freeing. Sometimes losing everything and everyone will be the day they wake the fuck up. Eddie, clearly this is unpopular. LOL. I still don't get rage baited by the title. Oh, I almost did. What were you gonna say?
Remember how I told you that I forgot what I was gonna say?
Yeah.
I mean, someone of that guy that you showed me before that was doing the same thing as us.
No. What about it?
Is that because I forgot to tell you that some people buy viewers.
Oh, see, I'm not
And
gonna do it
subscribers.
unless I'm making money already. Then we'll do that. But other than that, we ain't spending money because, yeah.
Should we
Anyways,
end it?
yeah, we're good. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching Fishing with BR.
Fishing with VR.
Bye bye. It's loading. There we go.